Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today we're talking Love is Blind, Season 3, Episode 10, Approaching the Altar. Woo! I am shaky and sweaty, and we need to talk about this episode, and I can't wait to get back to it and watch the next one. Again, if you're joining me for the first time, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I do not watch them ahead, so I have no idea what's going to happen. They left off on a huge cliffhanger, so I'm going to race through this so I can get back to watching it. Wow. Okay, so it's it, guys. So it's like what, the night before the weddings, and they're gonna do their bachelorette parties. Wait, so I forgot. They did the whole Cole and Z thing at the beginning. So I called it in the last episode. I thought that maybe Z didn't actually leave, that she was just pissed and walked outside, and then he went out after her. I'm just not a fan of this couple. I don't understand them. I don't think they work together. He's like a little kid and she's like his mom. So it's not, I just don't understand it, but okay. It was kind of weird to see the outside of the building, right? Was anybody else disappointed by seeing that? I only say that because I don't know. I don't know why it matters, but I always thought it was like this high-rise apartment or something. Like they'll show pretty views out of some of the apartments, and this isn't it. Seeing this isn't it. Kind of spoiled something, right? Um, but Cole says he envisions himself marrying Z, and it's basically all going to work out. I love that he says it's neither of our fault. That's a very childish thing to say, right? They end up saying, I love you. I guess it's all good. And they both say, I'm sorry. And that's that. They go to the bachelorette parties and everybody's super excited. They say that they're going to get litty titty like a million times. I had never heard of that until the show, and I find it very funny. Hot guy, well, I guess kind of hot guys with big muscles handing out shots. So they're super excited. They're at the pool. The girls are. The guys went to meet Brennan, at the hat store, and then they're off to go to a rodeo. Now, if you ask me, I think the girls had the much better party. The guys had to like run around and chase cows and stuff, and the girls got to like drink in a pool. That sounds more fun to me. Cole ends up winning some contest, rips his shirt off. Okay. The girls are talking about how they won't see their fiancés until the wedding. And Nancy talks about Bartise nonstop. She says she knows what her answer is, and she says that she thinks he went from a no to a yes. So again, we will find out what happens next episode. In case you haven't watched it, you're just listening. They leave off on his cliffhanger. She says yes. He doesn't say anything, so I'm dying to know. Now, Raven talks about signs and that SK got her kissing fish. And when she woke up, one of them had died. So I was like, oh no. I can't wait to talk about Raven when we get to her section. I'm going to hold it for now. I'm going to try, but let's talk about what's going on now. Not much. They go to a strip club. The girls are dancing. Z kind of says she's unsure of what's going to happen. We go over to Cole. He's also struggling, talking to his friends. He seems to love her and want her or want to get married maybe again. I just don't know if I just don't think they're each other's person, if you ask me. He seems immature. She seems annoying. I don't know. There's a weird line here where Alexa says that everybody's jealous of her Brennan. And this is the first time I thought, oh no, what are they setting us up for? Are those two not going to work out? Like, I've taken for granted that they're just like, I don't know, going to work out. So to hear her say it like that, everybody's jealous. I was like, uh-oh, something's going to happen. I don't know. Again, I don't read spoilers. I have no idea. And by the time you're hearing this, I'll have already watched it. Don't worry. But I'm just like, oh, what's going to happen? Let's see. Colleen says she's ready to marry Matt. I'm like, girl, run away from that guy. He talks about his overreacting. I'm like, do you think that's just going to cure itself by getting married? It's only going to get worse. SK says it's been a long time coming, and I don't know. His friends are really nice and supportive. I have a lot to say. I'm going to go ahead and break it down. Okay, because we're heading into the wedding days anyway. Oh, yeah, I still think Bartiz sucks. All right, wedding days. Let's talk. We start off with Raven and SK, and I'm going to tell you, this absolutely blew my mind. Um, it really did. This whole time I've been talking about, and they've been showing us through editing or whatever, or not editing, that Raven just hasn't seemed super into SK. That she wasn't into him going to school. She didn't seem to be into him at all, any of his decisions or anything. But this episode, I will give her credit. She seemed like the sweetest, like super into him and his family and background and everything. She seemed super into all of it. So I am shocked. Shocked. Okay, so in case you didn't watch it, here's what happens. So everything's going great. And she's gorgeous. I mean, hello. I think she has the most beautiful eyes. But she's in this beautiful dress. Her friends are there. Everything's great. And she's like, this is the first time I've seen her this positive, because she's not always the most positive, especially when talking about SK. P.S. Guys, I said it before, I'll say it again. I love his mom. His mom is the sweetest lady from beginning to end. I love her. I just want to put that out there. Her face throughout the ceremony, I was like, oh my God, I love her. So everything's great. She embraces some of his Nigerian culture. She wears the head wrap, and she looks gorgeous. She kind of incorporates cultures. He dresses in his traditional outfit, and everything's going great. They seem to, I thought that everything was fine. I'm just so surprised because he seemed to love her so very much. But you guys, when they say, do you take each other? His mom even mouths, I do. And then I wrote in my comments, he says, I do not. I do not. He said, I do not. She was shocked. I was shocked. I think everybody was shocked. I don't know how the guy didn't drop his camera. His mom was shocked. Nobody expected it. He says, I do not. Did I miss the signs? Did you know this was coming? I gotta say, I know they're not wanting us to like SK. I've liked SK all along. I only say that because of what happened here. But I kind of, don't hate me, because I did like Raven more this episode. And I'm not saying that anybody should have their heart broken at the altar. But I kind of get what he was saying. His point was she has not been flexible with him. She's not worked with him at all. She's not planned her life around his, or that's not the right way to say that. She's not trying to make their lives work together. She's only worried about her own. So he kind of had a point. She seemed genuinely shocked. She said she was ready to say yes, and he didn't, I don't know if dump her is the word. He basically said, this is not the right day to marry you. And I honestly, for a split second, thought it's because her family didn't approve and wasn't there. And I thought he was going to say, I want to marry you when things are great and you're ready to marry me in front of the people you love. You know, that kind of thing. But no, that's not what happened. He, wow, I'm just blown away. He says, I'd rather lose her than being in a marriage where he feels the shortcomings every day. Wow. His mom comes in and hugs her, and I really, again, I love his mom. She's so sweet, and I felt for Raven, but I kind of got what he was saying. That's kind of what I've been saying all along. Raven seems a little full of herself, and I don't know. She finally opens her heart up, and then he's not there for her anymore. So I guess I was kind of rooting for him, but it did break my heart for Raven. I liked her much better this episode, and I felt for her. All right. Nancy is excited. I'm just not into Bartiz. I say that all the time because of the way he talks so crappy about her. I just can't get on board with this guy. I want to say he seemed excited to marry her, but what I truly feel is that he knows the right things to say. I feel like he says these things for camera and not thinking about her. She truly seems to love him. She talks about it nonstop. Like she sent over the most thoughtful care package of things that mean stuff to them as a couple. He sent her over a shot, which, I mean, I don't know. It's nice, I guess, but It just kind of shows their differences. She's a very thoughtful person. He seems to be more for like show, for optics, whatever. Um, the whole time they're playing this very loud, dramatic music, and I don't know. Again, I have no idea. Maybe they'll end up together. Who knows? I don't know yet. But they left off on a cliffhanger of her saying yes. And I would have thought this whole time I thought he's not going to say yes. But then this episode, they try to convince us he's going to say yes. But the way he reacted kind of strangely to her gift, like he was almost pissed that she did the perfect thing, you know? And so it makes him look bad on camera. It's just a vibe I got. I might be making this up. I just I don't know if he's gonna say yes or not. I'm dying to see. So that's how the episode ended. He does say, I've already won. I'm happy about that, baby. So if he doesn't say yes, then he's the biggest a-hole in the whole world, because that's a terrible thing to say if he didn't say yes. I want to say hopefully he does, because I like Nancy and I want her to be happy, but I think she's a better catch than he is. Again, if you haven't watched and you're like, what? Why are you being so mean to this guy? It's because he said the most horrible things about her and told her to her face that he found the other women more attractive than her. And he basically kept telling her he has to talk himself into being into her. It's really messed up and obviously not what you want to hear from anybody, especially your fiance. So while Nancy bugged me at the beginning, she's grown on me. She seems like a sweet lady and hard worker, very financially driven. They have some fundamental differences that they talk about quite a bit. And he was into Raven for a long time. And so when he saw Raven, he basically backed off of Nancy. Nancy was the one, I don't want to say she pushed him, but she was the one that kept saying, no, we belong together, and trying to make him see it. And I think she can do better. That's all I'm saying. But that's how the episode ends. I'm dying to see the next episode. So we're going to leave it here. I'm going to go watch that. I'm going to jump right back on the mic and pick it up from there. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to watch the next one and talk about it with you. And then I can't wait to watch the reunion and talk about that with you. So again, thanks for everything. I can't wait to watch these and get back with you. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.